Hi guys, it's been a while, not deliberate. I just wanted to wish my fellow Canadians a very happy Thanksgiving and really take the opportunity to just thank God for the things that He has done through me and in my life and in my son's life and in my husband's life. And He's been doing some pretty amazing things, even just the past 2 or 3 weeks. My son's progress has been incredible and just other things going on. I thank God. Um, about 4 or 5 days ago now, my son just randomly, he said he had to poop. And I'm like, okay. So then he goes right into the bathroom, puts his potty seat on the toilet, and he poops. And I tried everything. We tried everything to try to get him to, and he just did it. And then he did it again, and I made a chart and said, okay, um, this many, poops, and you can have a potty party with cake and balloons. So he kept going. Like he went like 10 days and like 10 times in like 2 days. So he got his potty party the other night. But he also got this really beautiful looking dragon, like really like nice gold and blue, from Michael's craft store as well. So now we have to find other motivation because after he got his potty party the next morning, he was still in his pull up from overnight. And he was in the basement, and I was up here with mom when she was visiting, and he pooped. But prior to that, he'd had 3 days of only going in the toilet. So that's progress considering my child had never even once pooped in the toilet before, and he's 6 years old. So that's a huge, huge thing, because I had people, well-meaning people, telling me, "Oh, you might be changing his butt when he's 10," and I didn't want to accept that at all. And I was like, "No, Lord, no, no, I'm believing for better than that," And I'm not someone who believes in the name it, claim it doctrine. I don't. But I'm just believing and hoping, love believes the best. Well, that's what I was believing was the best. Like, okay, Lord, I don't want to be thinking about changing his bum when he's 10. I'm just going to believe that it's going to happen sooner than that. And yet when it happened, I was just shocked because it just was out of nowhere. So now, okay, if he poops in his pull-ups, say la vie, at least now I know he's able to sit down on the toilet and poop in it. And actually, in fact, I guess this is a big deal, but he went in a toilet out in public, two different ones actually the last few days. We were out at two different thrift stores, and he had to go, and he went in the toilets there without any hassle at all. And another thing he's been doing is really beginning to carry on conversations, not huge conversations, but there's been more than a few exchanges. Like a few nights ago, he calls from up in his room. He's like, basically, he asked me if he could watch Land Before Time, and I said, sure, if I can find where it is, and he said, it's downstairs, as in downstairs in the basement. And I said, it is? And he said, yes. So I thought, gee, we just had a conversation, and he's been doing more and more of that. I mean, my mom was up visiting, and the progression has been amazing. Um, he's just been coming along. Now, it seemed like all of a sudden, but what's different? Really not a whole lot. But about 3 weeks ago, or 3 Fridays ago, I returned to my small prayer group that I belonged to for a long time. I hadn't been there for over a year, and really it was disobedience, just walking away, just laziness. I always had excuses. But God gave me those women to love and support me and to accept me for who I am, because I've been going through a feeling of rejection the past year. I think, no one, likes me, what's wrong with me, and all this. But God gave me women to love and accept me and reminded me, I gave you these women. It isn't, the kind of relationship you go out and go shop and this and that. I suppose you could, but it's not a secular type friendship, but it's a godly one where they pray for me, they love me, and they support me in all things. And that is the kind of relationship, because we all have busy lives too, but they care about me. So anyway, I was obedient and returned to prayer after all this time. And then it's like everything began to fall into place again, and just miracles happen. As far as I'm concerned, Josiah just going and sitting on the toilet and pooping isn't a miracle, because we tried everything. just randomly doing that, and just the conversational, and how he's using the word yes now. Like, I'll ask him something, he'll say yes, and he's doing it constantly now. It's wonderful. Like, when he means yes, he says yes, and when he means no, he says no, and it's awesome. So it's really exciting for me to see this development, and so I thank God for those things. I mean, there's a huge list of things to be thankful for, but where this vlog is about, having children with special needs, I thank God for those things, those huge things that have happened in the past few weeks. So, a step in obedience can just open a floodgate of blessings. So anyway, it's exciting, and I just wanted to share that with you all, and I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. We don't really do like a meal, we just don't. But nonetheless, every day should be Thanksgiving Day. Every day we should be counting our blessings, and there's always something to be thankful for, even when we're in the midst of grieving or something, something going on, or rough time. So there is always something to be thankful for. So anyway, God bless you all, and have a great Thanksgiving weekend.